Hi, this is czabriskie, and I'm going to give you a short orientation on how to sign into Adobe Connect. This is helpful for those who haven't done so in a while or are brand new to Adobe Connect. You see my contact information on the board. If you ever have trouble, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. When you first log into Adobe Connect, you're normally provided either in an email with a URL link or in a calendar invite, there's a link. You just simply click on that link. And what will happen is you will get a page open up. So the link goes into the top bar. We ask you to use Chrome or Edge, but not Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer is not fully supported. So you have on the left side here, you should see the name of your course. Should make sense there. If the wrong course comes up, please double check the meeting link URL or get in touch with me. You'll have two tabs here. There's a guest tab and there's a registered user tab. Only our hosts are registered users. All participants are guests. We ask that you type your full name so we can keep track of your attendance, and then click on Enter the Room. When you click on Enter the Room, may actually give you a place to save your password. You'll have a window that opens up and a bar that says Preparing the Room. This typically takes between 5 and 10 seconds. And sometimes it gets hung up if you have a particularly weak internet connection. So pay attention to that. If it does get hung up, you can try again. And what helps sometimes is to try with a different browser. Sometimes it may be like I said, the internet connection, or if you have an older computer, it may take a little bit longer. Right now, there's a new version of the application that has been released. If this ever comes up, go ahead and click Update. This is going to be the case if you log in using the Adobe Connect application. It does not take very long to update the application. But let me talk a little bit about the difference between the Adobe Connect application and the web browser. We'll take a look at the web browser here in a minute. But the Adobe Connect application is what we prefer participants use. The audio video quality is a little bit better, and the it opens up in the new application, and it comes up again. And if this comes up again, just click on Not Now, because you already updated the version here. So when you log in, you will see at the top of your screen there are some tabs. There's a microphone tab. You can click on the microphone tab to connect your microphone. If it asks you permission, please grant permission if you wish to be able to speak during the meeting. Then to mute yourself, you click on the microphone again. When you are speaking, you'll see an icon here next to your name that indicates that you're speaking, and you'll see the microphone show up in a darker gray. When you mute yourself, it'll turn red at the top of the screen, and then it'll be there'll be an iconography next to your microphone that says you're muted. If you wish to start your camera, you may do so as well. There are 2 steps, and right now it's not going to let me connect it because I am connected to a different device. But if I did want to share my camera, I click on Start Sharing would be the second choice here, and my video would show up here. And then to disconnect the camera, I could pause my camera, or I could actually close the webcam completely. Now let's talk a little bit about some troubleshooting. So sometimes if you can't hear any sound, it has to do with the speaker. There is a speaker icon here. Obviously, you want to check speakers on your computer and your headset to make sure things are turned on. If this is not green, you're not going to be able to hear anything. Click on it and you'll see it green. You may also be able to check for different speakers. Sometimes it'll default to a headset and you want to use your computer microphone or speakers. So if you have a choice there, you can check the different speakers. And finally, you can adjust the volume. So it should default to 100%, but if that's too loud, you can scale it down a little bit or up as you desire. Same thing with the microphone. If you have multiple microphones connected, you may want to just double check and see which one is connected to here. And let's see. Let's talk about what this looks like in the web. So here I have opened a web page. I'm going to go back to here and get the same link again and open up a incognito window. And I'm going to force this to open in the web browser. So now I'm in the web browser here. And I'm going to enter the meeting again. And this time, I'm going to continue in the browser. And when I do this, it looks a little bit different. It's the same meeting, but I have a microphone icon, but you can tell I'm in the web browser because the top of the screen says there's a URL there and I'm in the web browser. The ability to do most things in the web browser is the same as if you're in the application, except people in the web browser cannot share their screen. You still have the speaker icon. You still have the microphone icon that you can connect. And when this comes up, click on allow in order to allow your use of the microphone. If you hit block, you may have difficulty being able to speak. And you can mute again. You have a hand raise icon. And in this meeting right now, I have not enabled webcams for participants. So there's no webcam icon here. If the host decides to enable webcam for participants, then there will be a webcam icon, which you have to either allow or block. Preferably allow if that's something you want to use. You can always get the attention of the host by raising your hand. A message will come up on the host screen. Then you can lower your hand again. Now, here's the trick. If you're in the web browser and you want to get the application, you come over to the question mark icon here in the upper right corner of the screen, and you have a couple options. There's one that says download desktop application, and there's one that says switch to desktop application. If you already have downloaded the application, you can just simply click on switch to download application, and you will leave and come back almost instantaneously into the Adobe desktop application. Like I said, that gives you a little bit better quality and more stability. You can also download the desktop application. When you do that, you'll get a file downloading onto your computer. And again, your company's firewall may block this. This may be something you want to do ahead of time. And then double click on it. When you double click on it, you'll get a window that looks like this with the option to install. Click on install. Right now I'm running the meeting. It just kicked me out of the meeting as the host. So now I'm downloading this. I'll give you some interesting information to read while it does this, but you see it won't take very long. And then it'll install. While it's installing, let me just talk about some other troubleshooting that you might have. Usually it's brought about either by a company VPN that is interfering with the audio connection. And some of your solutions to that are to probably from a different device. If you turn off your VPN, you can also log on to the Adobe Connect app on a smartphone or a tablet. And sometimes those are not susceptible to having audio blocked. And you can sometimes also use them as an alternate microphone. If your microphone is not working or not installed. So now installation is 100%. I can just click exit. And then once that's the case, I can click on switch to desktop application. If I do that, it'll give me another opportunity to download, but I don't need to do that since I already downloaded Adobe Connect, and I could just click on launch Adobe Connect. And it will open up a second window. Now, if you ever have two windows open at the same time, you may see your name in there twice. If you see your name in there twice, it may also mean that you're hearing echo. If you have an echo and you see your name here twice, just be sure to look around your screen for an additional instance of Adobe Connect and close the one that you're not using. That'll solve some problems. So I hope this was helpful. Maybe a little bit longer than I needed to be, but I wanted to be thorough. And if you do have questions, I do welcome being contacted for those questions, preferably ahead of time, so we're not impacting the start of training. Thank you very much.